Join me. Together we can rule the galaxy far and sun.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
Hey there, Space Wizards, Plastic Spacemen, and Rebel Princesses. This is Todd Hoffman and Trent Hoffman. You're listening to Big T and Little T, a Star Wars podcast. Welcome to episode 204. Today we'll be looking at one of Little T's favorite characters, Durge. Trent will be joining me in just a little bit as we discuss this character. But hey, I hope everyone is having a happy February. It's already February. We are rewatching Lord of the Rings extended editions. Trent and I really just love those films. And so we just finished Fellowship, and now we're moving on to the Two Towers. And it's been a lot of fun. I really enjoy those films. The music's so good. Howard Shore is amazing in the score. So anyways, we're enjoying that. And the Super Bowl's coming out. So we have the Eagles and the Chiefs. See how it goes. We're rooting for Barkley, mostly for Eagles, and it should be fun. Hopefully it's a clean game. We won't have any controversial ref calls, but we're super excited to see, all the commercials, and hopefully we get a couple movie announcements. Jurassic World Rebirth just dropped a trailer, which is super cool. I haven't even showed Trent. It just dropped, so I'm super excited for that, and that should be super fun. So July looks pretty stacked. I think we have Superman, Jurassic World, and Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four just dropped their trailer too, which is interesting. Very retro, Marvel-esque, very Jack Kirby. It looks really, really cool. Should be super fun. And yeah, there's a lot there to unpack. Speaking about Marvel, the new Captain America movie is coming out next week. So Trent and I are super excited for that, and we got our tickets ready to go. So that's super exciting. And enjoying Fortnite. The Godzilla event was amazing. We had a really great time. So check our Twitch stream for that and all that fun stuff. But before we get right into it, just want to, if this is your first time listening to us, thank you. We are celebrating February 7th is Star Wars Podcast Day. And this is just a little push to get all Star Wars podcasts kind of rallying around this. But thank you, Daniel, for putting this together. But if you want to follow Star Wars Podcast Day 2025, Star Wars Podcast Day, or if the cool kids, it's SWPD 2025 would be kind of the hashtags you want to search for. A lot of the podcasts that will be dropping some stuff, some episodes, some material. So this is to honor Jedi Talk, which was the first Star Wars podcast and premiered on February 7th, 1999. Yeah, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. The prequels were not even a thing. Phantom Menace was on the horizon. And I think in February we were getting ready for the fever pitch, man, because this is when the merchandise started hitting everything. The toys didn't drop till April, but there was, everything had Star Wars, Phantom Menace, and it was starting to snowball. So pretty much, again, very cool about Jedi Talk, and without those pioneers, we wouldn't be doing what we do today. So thank you so much to all the folks that are brave enough to step into the podcasting world. Again, it doesn't really, if you're new to this, Trent and I, father and son, we love Star Wars, we love pop culture, and we just love talking about all kinds of different things. And I'm part of the 501st. Trent is part of the Galactic Academy. We have a lot of fun trooping, all that fun stuff. We're big gamers, all those things. So just, if this is the first time you listen to us, thank you so much. If you're a veteran, you know all this stuff, great. But we just appreciate all your support. And again, thank you so much to Daniel and setting up the Star Wars podcast today. That's super, super cool. All right, we're going to jump into our main topic. So we're going to be talking about Durge today, and I'm not going to spoil it too much because Trent's really passionate about this, and I think you want to hear what he has to say. So let's turn it over to Trent and I as we talk about Durge. Okay. What's up, dude? Big T, little T. We were watching Genndy Tartakovsky's Primal.
Yes.
And that's a really good show about a dude and his dinosaur, basically, is like the whole premise, you know. And we really enjoyed Gendy's work. We love, another one that he does that we love is Hotel Transylvania 3. A little different style, but his animation style is pretty cool and all that fun stuff. Yes. But that got us like all hyped up, and you're like, dude, we gotta watch Clone Wars.
Yeah.
And
I like it. It's like they're very short.
Yes. So if you're not familiar with the original Clone Wars that aired on Cartoon Network, they were called micro series, where in fact they were just 2 minutes episodes, and the finales were like 4. And I think the second season, it was actually 8 minutes long. But they literally dropped those in between like 2 shows. It was that, it was like almost like a 2-minute commercial. And they're so good.
Oh.
But there's one particular character that you really, 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 really like. Durge. Why do you like Durge so much?
He's just a fascinating, he's not a creature.
He's a species. Their species is called it's like Genndy or something, which is basically they are very special because they can do what? Regenerate.
And we remember when Obi-Wan...
Well, hey, before we get to that part, why do you like Durge so much, man?
The outfit,
You like the outfit?
The outfit, how he doesn't talk.
Yeah.
Dead silent.
Yeah, he's like in total boss mode, and we get to see him. They're on the Molest or something, the banking guys, the ones with the big long oblong heads, and they're Obi-Wan's got them there, and they're trying to get to the center of the town or whatever, and Durge shows up with these other IG assassin droids, and they're riding swoop bikes, and it's so cool looking.
I love how his just has like a skull.
It's kind of like a Harley. Don't you get you get that Harley vibe, it's just so cool. And so then you have him with the skull on the thing, and he's got his own different kind of swoop bike, and they're just tearing up the clones. It's kind of like old school Joust or something, and because they got these big javelin things, and they're taking out ATTAs and all kinds of clone troopers. And
yeah, I like and you have some pictures downstairs where he just grabs 2 Clone Wars and just...
Yeah. He's a beast. He's just in
my opinion.
Yeah.
He's just so he's one of the best bounty hunters.
Yes.
Okay, you can get Rita and Bosk and all those other fun stuff, but no, I feel like he would probably get the job done easier.
He kind of, so because of the format of the show, they don't allow for a lot of dialogue, which is fine. I think Star Wars is, music and visuals. Dialogue is definitely third on the list. So he doesn't have to say much, and he really doesn't. He just,
and I love how
he laughs and...
And I like how it's distorted.
Yes,
really
it's got that kind of filtered thing through the mask, He has the big Mandalorian crest on his armor, and when he faces Obi-Wan, he's just beast mode.
Yeah, he
doesn't even flinch when Obi-Wan fires up the lightsaber. He's like, eh.
He's brilliant.
And he's got these little
shields,
these little gauntlets. So he's doing hand-to-hand combat with a Jedi Master.
Yeah. But also when he dies, and you see the parts moving.
Okay, so yeah, so we find out like Obi-Wan does cut off his arm or something, and Obi-Wan leaves him, but then we see like the tendrils like growing back.
He's not dead.
Not dead. And then they have a bigger fight in like the conference room where all the little Nemodians and Mullis guys are, and then they just have a bigger fight, and he's more like Venom at that point, right? Because he's like, his body hasn't like reformed or whatever, and he's kind of like a Venom looking thing.
And you actually see him in Jedi Survivor, his species. Oh. Yeah.
Yes, good point. In Jedi Survivor, yes, you're right. It's another. You fight a guy that is part of his species, the Genndy or whatever.
Yeah, actually.
And
I beat
he.
him by myself.
You did.
Oh yeah, you were just like doing something. I'm like, okay, I'll try to beat him.
You're like, I got him. I'm a master.
Yeah.
So 1 out of 10. Where's Durge sit for you? 10.
It's
an easy 10.
Because it's like he's anonymous, where you don't know what he really is.
Yes.
He's silent, and he just like has like the distorted laugh.
Yep.
And
he's got a cool look. Not Luke. Cool Luke. Cool. He's got a cool look. He's got a cool look, and
yeah, everything about him's awesome.
Okay, there you go.
The helmet really is cool. The helmet, and I like how he is like, and like the long neck is cool. Like it's like a giraffe.
It kind of, but it fits him. It's okay.
It fits him really well.
Yeah.
And there's another action figure. He's old. Like he's got skin. Like there's a action figure. Like kind of like 3 by like whatever.
3 3/4.
Yeah. And it has like human skin. No, he's not human.
No, he's not. Well, is it blue?
It's blue and purple.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's okay.
But it's like skin color.
Oh, well.
But actually, he's not.
Yeah. Well, tomato. Very cool. All right, so a 10 out of that. Again, happy Star Wars Podcast Day. That's why we're doing this.
Wait, it is.
Yeah, it's the 7th. It's the first time somebody dropped a Star Wars podcast was on February 7th, 1999, by Phantom Menace. You weren't even a zygote. You weren't even born. So
I would Dual Fate. That's so.
Dual Fate.
Dude, that Darth Maul.
And happy birthday. Speaking about Dual Fates, happy birthday to John Williams. Johnny. He the man.
Yeah,
John Williams is the man. I mean, you think, he's got Indiana Jones. He's got Star Wars. He's got Raiders. He's got Home Alone. He's got Jurassic Park. He's got Harry Potter. I mean, Jaws, Superman, the Olympics. The dude's like amazing. So happy birthday, Johnny. And that's all the time we have for right now. But happy Star Wars Day, Podcast Day, and all that fun stuff. And peace. Bye. All right, there you have it. Durge. We love him. We want him. Trent didn't mention this, but he's always like, Dad, I want a tattoo of Durge. So it's already in his brain. He really loves Durge, and we just love his style. Obviously, if you want to find out more about Durge, you can find out more on that on like Wikipedia. He is in a lot of comics. So there's kind of a Legends versus canon thing too, because there's some things I guess are not technically canon anymore because of the comics. I remember there was a couple stories with the comics that I was reading way back in the day, and that kind of is now in Legends land, and there's new canon, and he has been introduced in canon, so he's still a valuable character. But if you want to check out those differences, definitely I recommend Wikipedia just to kind of get you all caught up on Durge. But we really just love Genndy Tartakovsky's animation, and this version of Durge in particular is just so fun. So, but there you go. So, hey, light it all up this week. what has been your favorite thing about the Gendy's Clone Wars? Like, what's something you like about it? Please email us at bigtlittlepodcast@gmail.com. And if you send it in and we read it on the next couple episodes, we'll definitely get in contact with you and throw swag your way, because we appreciate you being brave and submitting that email. So please do that. That's super, super cool. Okay, Space Wizards, Plastic Spacemen, and Rebel Princesses, thanks again for listening to another episode of Big T and Little T, a Star Wars podcast. Okay, you can find us on the socials. Big T Little T podcast on the Instagram, BLILT podcast on the Twitter X, and then twitch.tv, Big T Little T. Follow us there on Twitch. We just entered the Blue Sky, and of course, I still haven't updated my notes, so I need to get that in there, but we are also on Blue Sky if you want to follow us there. Hey, we got stickers. We want to hear from you, so comment, tweet, rate us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Drop us your, take a screenshot, drop us your rating, email at us, bigtlittlepodcast@gmail.com. If you want to drop us a question, like I said, about Genndy Clone Wars, anything else, other cool Star Wars podcasts you like, give us a rating or comments or whatever, and we'll send you some swag your way. Next week, we got some things starting to line things up here, as we're in a little lull with the last of the Skeleton Crew happening. We got a little gap till April, which will be here before we know it. In fact, Disney Plus had a little teaser, and we got a really quick glance at Cassian Andor, kind of all dialed up. I think a little Coruscant version of Cassian mingling with the elite, maybe? I don't know. Seems kind of weird, but he definitely looked a little prim and proper, which is okay. But yeah, that was like a really small sneak peek into season 2. We haven't got much, but that was pretty cool. So yeah, it's on Disney Plus. Follow on the socials. You can see it's a little commercial, and it's again, for our Star Wars fans, we love the 1 second thing. It's literally like a second we get to see Cassian. So a little teaser, I guess, if you will, just a new look. So, and we end this always this way. Truly wonderful, the mind of the child is. That's our boy, Master Yoda. He would say, truly wonderful, the mind of the child is. May the Force be with you always. Bye. See you later. Happy podcast day.